Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture's My Life. Now, in this episode, I want to discuss an experience at the gym today. Okay, because when I was at the gym exercising, I couldn't help but noticing everyone's got a protein drink in their hand. And, the common mode for this is that you're gonna gain muscle, and you're gonna do you're just gonna be in the best shape of your life, and protein's good for you. Yes, it is. It is. And you see, it's important. Just like anything else, too much of anything is no good. And it's important that you remain aware of that. It's not good to say you found something that's good and that's all you do. Only what's good. Because then you're leaving out other things to keep things in balance. Because just like with protein, you need fats and carbohydrates to balance things out. It's just like yin and yang. It's about balance. If you're in search of homeostasis or a homeostatic existence, you have to balance things out. Just looking to do too much of one thing is always no good. In this case, protein. Because, protein diets can help with weight management, wound healing, wound healing, and building muscle. Yes, it can. But eating more protein than necessary, than your body needs, can cause side effects. Now, some doctors have told me in discussion, we'd go out, hang out or whatever, and I remember conversations on protein intake, and they'll say, if you eat more than 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, I don't get into all that. I just don't. Some may agree. Some may disagree. All right. And yes, I do understand that protein is basically an amino acid packed nutrient, and which a person needs for muscle and bone and immune system health. But, and sometimes it is necessary to increase your intake, but you're not doing this forever. You shouldn't be doing this long term. Because there are times where it isn't helpful, it can lead to side effects and health problems. And so many of us have fallen out of tune with our bodies that we no longer know how to listen to our bodies when it's trying to tell us something. All right. But if you go over the limit of required amounts that your body's trying to tell you, you can experience so many issues. And this is if you're doing this chronically, like digestive, kidney issues, digestive issues, vascular problems. It's just so much. And there are consequences to eating excessive amounts of proteins. And just some of the signs. And I noticed this in people that I've been seeing over an extended period of time at the gym, and I've made recommendations that they see a nutritionist or an acupuncturist for an Eastern nutrition consultation session. See, I need my green tea. You could always tell when I haven't had my green tea for the day. But anyway, one sign is called keto breath, and it's like a stinky breath. Because it could be a sign that you're in ketosis. Is when your body's burning fat instead of glucose as its main energy source. And ketosis is usually tied to a high protein diet. All right. So keep that in mind, because acetone is like it's like, you could call it like a byproduct of fat breaking down in the body. And the particles are usually small, and it's so small that it's easily exhaled. And acetone can make your breath smell fruity, sort of like nail polish. But keto breath is like definitely an indicator. Well, I won't say definitely. I don't like using absolute terms, but it's usually an indicator of fat loss. All right? And just being, a licensed doctor of acupuncture, I've been trained to pick these things up, and I could smell it on certain people in the gym, and if I know you well enough, or some I do, I'd recommend that they cut down on those protein drinks. And another sign is like dehydration. Because when you start eating more protein, you're more than likely to start urinating more often, because your kidneys are now working harder to metabolize excess amounts of protein. And with so much in the way of urinating so much, now you can dehydrate. So if you're consuming high amounts of protein in your diet, it's good to drink a lot of water, but then now drinking too much water can be bad for the kidneys as well. So you would want to cut back on the protein intake and not be on these protein shakes and diets like forever. You have to think about these things. These things are important. Why? Because health is wealth. Wealth is not under the doghouse in the backyard or in the shoebox in your closet. It's not in your bank account or any type of bank account, whether it's in the form of a retirement account or cryptocurrency account. And it's not in your wallet, purse, or pocket. The wealth is in you. That's where it's at. All right? And another sign can be, let's say, like weight gain. Because if you're consuming more protein than your body can handle, it can lead to weight gain in a few ways. That's like not even related or tied to putting on muscle. Because more protein usually means more calories. And sometimes, and in some cases, your protein source in which you choose can be packed with saturated fat. And also keep in mind, your body tends to convert excess protein into sugar, which gets stored as fat. Whereby over time, these factors can contribute to weight gain. So it's good to know that, because I've heard people at my gym complain about putting on weight even though they're exercising, and they stay away from junk food. And I inquire, like, well, how much protein are you taking in a day? And they'll admit they've increased their protein intake over an extended period of time. And I'd explain it to them and recommend that they cut down. But another indicator is gastrointestinal discomfort. And GI symptoms are pretty common if you're eating too much protein. Because a diet that's high in protein and low in fiber can lead to constipation, which is a stomach deficiency, especially stomach chi deficiency, to an acupuncturist. So nausea, which is your stomach chi is now rebelling, or diarrhea, which can be spleen chi deficiency, or even stomach pain, which can be it can be stomach chi stagnation, a sign of stomach chi stagnation. Because let's say certain sources of protein like meat, tends to take more time to break down. And some individuals have a hard time, let's say, digesting nuts, and also they don't chew it well. And what I hate most of all is like these protein shakes or powder drinks. Read the ingredients and tell me if you understand what they are and where they came from. And I'll leave it at that. As a matter of fact, do me a favor. If you're doing something right now, I need you to stop doing it. If you're lifting something heavy, whether you're at work, home, moving furniture, the gym, lifting weights, stop for a moment. And if you're operating a vehicle, if it has wheels, pull it over to the side of the road. If it has wings or propellers, jet engines, land it at your nearest airport. And if you're crossing the street, I need you to hurry up and safely get across the street. Because I now need you to close your eyes and say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Now, another sign that you're taking in too much protein can be heart disease. Now, protein can have positive as well as negative effects on your cardiovascular system. And this depends on the type of protein in which you eat. Whereas, like, let's say plant-based proteins like nuts and seeds and legumes and even fish can benefit your heart health, while animal proteins like red meat, processed meats more so can increase your risk of heart disease. So it's important that you're aware of that. And another sign, you're taking in too much protein, I would say kidney and liver issues. Because now to an acupuncturist, this is problems with your lower jiao. Because your lower jiao, the two main yin organs that represent the lower jiao are your kidney and your livers. Your kidneys and your liver. Woo, green tea right after this podcast, you better believe it. But now if you have kidney or liver disease, the process of breaking down too much protein can be really hard on your kidneys and your liver. And you see, eating too much protein and you have kidney disease already can even contribute to kidney failure. And another issue can be ammonia, which is a byproduct of metabolizing protein in which you excrete in your urine. And if you have poor kidney or liver function, this ammonia can reach toxic levels. It can reach toxic levels, I repeat, and cause dangerous side effects on your body. And these are reasons why you should get into your acupuncturist and sit and talk to them. If you've decided to embark on or have been involved in consuming great amounts of protein on a regular basis. Okay, sit with an acupuncturist. Make acupuncture part of your life, okay? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?